Ladies and gentlemen, positive reaction normally looks for the best result out of a worst scenario that someone has presented forthwith. It bridges a gap that has already been left by both of the sides, both of the author and a reactor to the author. So there is a gap in between that is left that a positive reaction will come and fill. So a positive reaction shall ever and ever gives you the reality and stating the fact plus the truth going forward. So we are not here to blackmail people. We are not here to play that game, but we are here to unearth malice and to correct things that the two sides, the two opposing sides, might have gotten it wrong. So in a nutshell, I'm saying my reaction basically based on damage control. It is based on corrective measures, whereby I constructively criticize you, I give you reasons why, I tell you how you can become a better person, then I give you even the real example how people, certain people with the relevant issues at hand at one point decided to change their trajectory and they become meaningful people. So if at all upon your life you've been so negative, so this video alone will give you the gist by dispelling such kind of rumor that's already been concocted by the narratives that is created outside there from the negative reactions to make you align with your niche, to make you align with your purposeful blogging, and to make you do your blogging premised on a particular niche. So today we are just going to wrap up on different kind of particular events that have taken place in Nyabohanse, and I'm going straight into it as we are waiting as from Monday, as from tomorrow, to start having the serious and the vigorous content back to back. Well, if you are coming across this channel for the first time, take a second or two to subscribe, like, and click the notification button so that whenever I upload a new video, the YouTube shall notify you going forward. My usual subscriber and returning subscriber, thank you for being loyal to me, thank you for showing me love, and thank you for your support. It is not taken for granted, and may God Almighty bless you abundantly. Let's meet after the break. Welcome back to my YouTube chit chat. My name is Zach. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're away or when you are out of sight, various events had taken place in Nyabohanse. There are at most 5 events that took place from Nyabohanse, which I consider so important that requires my input. And as I'm giving them some little of gist of fireworks, kindly lend me your ears and watch this video up to the end. Issue number 1, the constant vexation or the constant lamentation of the one Max one is baffling me big time. You know, I normally consider if you're in a relationship and you broke up away, you stop being a jilted lover. You know, Max one was in a kind of a relationship whereby they used to call them the lazy gang. So at one point, the relationship became so sour and they had to break away from each other. So much so that this alone has brought some kind of guilt and vexation coupled up in together. Some might say it was so toxic because of a constant vexation or a constant lamentation from one marks one. I usually consider as a man, once an issue has already been resolved and the one partner has pulled out of that partnership or relationship going forward, then everybody ought to take heed of such kind of a call and headed in their own niche and different direction. Are you there? What was broken was not brotherhood, but it was things of tagging when it comes to purposeful vlogging or purposeful reaction going forward. What you still share with the Modesta lifestyle, it is one, you are both reacting. Modesta lifestyle has disintegrated from partnership going forward. So I found it so disturbing or so agitated that a man like you, who calls himself a youth leader, who calls himself so big and brave and so confident, still on a spree, still on a mission on futility, still on a fishing expedition, begging for attention. It is not lost on us that when the deal is too sweet, sometimes you have to think twice. It had happened. Please, my brother Max, the way you have already defined your trajectory, now you are getting out from the lazy gang to be a positive reaction of which I witness on your channel. You better Christian yourself to be that. Cut yourself out from that slack, then create your own empire going forward. This woman has decided to move on. Move on with your own activity. Stop all the rant. Stop all the ruminants. Why should you ruminate and revolve across one issue? You shouldn't. Plus the post you did begging Modesta lifestyle from all sort of things. She has decided. She's a stranger, you haven't met her. She hasn't met you. Are you there? We don't want to dig into it. Kindly choose to be on a positive side, the same trajectory you've decided to be, and follow it. Your fears might be one, because before you were under the sanctuaries of the lazy gang. The lazy gang used to protect you, which means you are very ready, you are being bankrolled to mouth bad people. You are their own mouthpiece and own spies. Are you there? Now you are a spendthrift, and you've already been spent. Now they are carrying on with their own issues, and you still disturbing them unwantedly, which is, to me as a man, it's so seriously bad. So my only advice is break away. I know your fears could be, these people, you're under their sanctuary. They used to protect you, which means anytime you could go tirade and speak bad on some people, the lazy gang could come tirade on a social media to blackmail people to cover your back. Now they've gone. Are you there? So when they've gone, it is the only opportunity that you should come to the limelight to rebrand the way you are doing it now. Therefore, it matters not every time that they will have to defend you. Everybody is for himself. God is for us all. That is what has remained of the relationship between you and Modesta. Take it to the bank. Are you there? Take it to the bank. Move on, brother. Issue number 2, it is evidently visible that Mayugno is still receiving massive support. And the support that Mayugno has gone and the hard work that pays and being obedient to obey the process, right there, the rhythm of blessing and the rhythm of construction that is being laid down over there, it is so massive, my dear good friends. I might not stop there. Mayugno has also created employment to the youth within. If it were other people, now some other people could be seeing money coming, money rolling with the massive infrastructural development that people want to lay down. Other people could have imported or transported some guys from other community to come work in their site. But when you look at Mayugno, he works with the local community. He had employed and created the source of revenue within the Nyabohanse. Are you there? People are working, and if you do the count head of such kind of particular people, actually there are like 100 plus, thereabout. Are you there? So imagine, with this economy, it's a constant employment where these people come and work and they're being paid. Are you there? This is how the social construct work. This is how we also can learn. Are you there? How people create network, they collaborate, then they uplift each other on the same pedestal. Are you there? Such that at one point when even Mayugno will be taking a break, we have several Mayugnos downside. Are you there? So these still are the fruits of Ayamarwa. It's just following the steps of Ayamarwa. Are you there? Ayamarwa started it. Mayugno is now following it big time. Are you there? Right now, Ayamarwa is in Europe doing all other things of content. But the presence of Mayugno plus other YouTubers who were created by Ayamarwa, if you go there, you feel like Ayamarwa is around. Are you there? Because such kind of level beastly construction were only associated with Ayamarwa. Now you could easily see it and vividly feel on the ground that the construction is still on and the people are crumbing around to work over there and to see what is going on within that. That's thumbs up, Mayugno. We are very happy for you. Particularly, I'm very happy, and any support that might come along, I will deposit to that construction work going forward. May God bless you soon. Another disturbing news was about M. Carol. This woman have just decided to go tirade and be happy on other people's downfall. She hates Dimwango seriously. When Dimwango travels across the world, travels everywhere, and when Dimwango calls himself, and I want to say that she is the best woman traveler in the world, I must say, if it's not Africa, this one doesn't sit well with A.M. Carol. To an extent, when this YouTuber called Niger Daughter was online negatively reacting, then A.M. Carol started celebrating how the Mwango got hurt on the leg. Typically, a woman celebrating another woman's pain. When the Mwango got hurt in the leg, then A.M. Carol went tirade and was very happy that the Mwango got hurt on the leg. That alone could easily tell you how this woman, it's so hell-bent with the Dimwango. It tells you the difference with him. And Carol is just sitting on her comfort zone. Dimwango is very busy doing her travels. While A.M. Carol is reacting negatively, hating on a lady. Are you there? Dimwango is just still a young lady who is living his prime years. A.M. Carol is 45 plus years. Can't you see even the age gap? Why are you hating on Dimwango? Why are you hitting on Dimwango? If you lack strength of going around, moving around to show people your village, to show people the rest of the world, leave alone Dimwango, who is still youthful, has got energy to show people meaningful life. I know the reason why you so hate this lady, Dimwango. Maybe your prime youth, your youth life was wasted. Now you know more. You're already experiencing an old age. That's why you are so hell-bent with negative reaction and hateful spat on Dimwango, which is so bad. It was just the other day you were celebrating about the death of Sejo's unborn kid. Now you're celebrating that Dimwango has injured his leg. That one makes you go gaga. That one makes you so wild and you lalinate about it. So devilish. I wonder. Number 4, here we have just to agree. The role of grandpa, the village grandpa, it is not restricted to YouTube only. You know, the village grandpa, because as a grandfather, you become a focal point where you need to bring everybody, the community at large, at one center stage to communicate with them, and your message should be that one of unity, which the village grandpa is playing. You know, 2 days ago, village grandpa found himself on some kind of media trolls when he went and started doing the YouTube collaboration with Fellow the Boy. Okay. So you find people who are anti-Fellow the Boy. Others went to even unsubscribe from Village Grandpa's channel. Our loyal fans, sometimes I need to tell you, I began this video telling you the role of reaction and the role of YouTube. Others doing them because of a particular niche. Are you there? So the village grandpa is on, before YouTube, village grandpa used to work as a chief. Are you there? That was a chief of the area. So people know him of his role. Is the point of reference, which means he cannot start discriminating the people that comes from his own village. Plus his age is above hatred and is above discrimination. Again, village grandpa is a pastor. So you know the religious leader and pastor, you stop being discriminatory. So it's beyond that cadre of discriminating. Irrespective of genetical codes, irrespective of race, irrespective of other grudges the YouTuber might have along them, grandpa should be at least the focal point of these people and should be at least be an advocate of unity, which he's doing all the time. Are you there? So before YouTube, again, the village grandpa is an entrepreneur. Is a sole proprietor of a hardware store, and the hardware store that has stood for several years is selling everything cement, is selling everything building constructions. Are you there? His store has been servicing all the people of Nyabohanse. That's where everybody goes and buys everything. Now tell me, you want village grandpa to be against all of these people so that he creates a good reputation or a bad reputation about his grocery store or hardware store where he sets building construction. Who will buy? Remember, Fellow the Boy is building. Where does Fellow the Boy get all the material that has been building houses over there? From the village grandpa. Where has Maro been buying the building materials? From the village grandpa. Where is Mayugno buying all these things? From village grandpa. So are you seeing it? Are you there? So the village grandpa should be the least to start being in quarrels or in quarrels with all this nitty-gritty, all these YouTubers within Nyabohanse is having. His main goal is to bring them intact. Are you there? He wants, in fact, he is the person behind coming together of all the YouTubers in Nyabohanse through merger. That is good of him. At least now you know. So anytime you see him with Mapopo, anytime you see him with Fellow the Boy, anytime you see him, so you know that his main aim is for unity. He cannot just come and start squabbling. You know, the role of a parent, you might be having parents and children, and when the children starting fighting each other, you don't sit down and support. You sit down, counsel them, and you always want them to stay together. You know? So that's kind of a role model and a family value or a communal value. As a parent, you cannot start discriminating your children to the other. Even if you have a favorite one, but at least for the sake of stability and unity and prosperous business and community altogether, you just have to bring them at one point. I know disagreements are there. Disagreements sometimes are there, but it should not go to an extent whereby you bring disagreement to the business. You bring disagreement to your parents and to house and start divisions. So the role of divide and rule sometimes shouldn't be there. So the village grandpa all stand in the gap to bridge that gap. Are you there? To bridge that gap for the good of the community going together. Number 5, Maja K.E. has come loudly and publicly saying that he's in love with Dorina. This one has been in the YouTube for quite a long time. And yesterday he confirmed it, saying that they are going to do wedding by December. This is after their mentor, Ayam Marwa, grand opening and opening of the villa, and after that great party. Then after that party, their wedding shall ensue. But on his pronouncement, he posted a question, and he required and requested all the subscribers to give him suggestion what he should do going forward. He said after wedding, where should he go and live? Should he continue living in his father's homestead, or should he move out to rent his house and stay with Dorina? Since that I'm one of the subscribers and a genuine brother and a positive reactor, I want you good. I want to say you can go for both. Not at concurrently, but one after the other. The one should be with the other, and the other should make you realize having your own homestead going forward. How would you do it? One, I will say and opine it here. After wedding, the best place to stay in, because your marriage is still new, you need not to stay alone first. You need to stay with your parent to provide you guardianship and to mentor you going forward. One, continue living to your parents' homestead. Living in your parents' homestead does not mean you live in your parents' house with Dorina. No, you live in your homestead. And I know there are separate houses around your home. It's in your home. I think they're called the Isimba. I've seen 3 or 2 doors outside there. You pick a room, stay there with Doreen for certain months. So the benefit of staying with your parents, this one will make your parents support you whenever necessary. It will make you also to learn the values of family value when it comes to marriage. It will make your parents to see you and give guidance where it's due. And also it will help Dorina to come up to speed, or to come up at breast with the family values. Are you there? To know what your family believes in. That's where the real coaching shall take place. She will know who is your father, who is your mother, your brother and your sister. She will know all the rules and regulations pertaining your family's home. She will know how your family's values are, such that before you do what? That's where you blend in. That's where your own family values will blend with your own value with Dorina in your marital affairs. You know, all of your values with Dorina, you have them too. And your family values will blend with your values. That is what will give you the headway or the head start to form your family. Thereafter, after several months or maybe 6 months or to a year so, you plan putting all the resources. When putting all the resources is when you move systematically with your father's blessing to start go and rent somewhere decently in a decent house to start living with your wife Dorina and start experiencing your life, and just because of your privacy now. Are you there? You go there in a kind way with your father's blessing from your homestead. Now you stay in a rental in a decent house where your privacy also matters. Are you there? So from there again, it will be a pedestal to push you up to acquire more resources, solicit your capital with friends to purchase your land, and you start building your own home. That journey is quite specific and it's quite important. Do not move out right from wedding and going to stay out. No. Doreen must go to your home. She must learn your family's value, because now Doreen has left the home, is coming to stay your home. She will forever be part of your home. She must learn and conform with the values and the norms and the certain ways of life within your home. She's never going to learn them in rentals. She must learn them when she's in that homestead, in your homestead. Thereafter, after she has learned that, therefore, with the request of your dad, through you, you can decide to live with your father's blessings to go seek rentals anywhere, and for the sake of your privacy, you lead your life as you now soldiering on and practice your family values, both of you going together. And this one would see you. This one would see you mutate into a solid parenthood, into a solid husbands and wife material, or into a solid family with a backbone that is supported by family values and communal values going forward. We are very happy for you. We are just waiting for your wedding. We'll support it anytime, any day. May the Lord God bless you and fortify you until that wedding day comes. May God bless you.